Told you could more than double your money in no time at all by buying gems. Would you do it?
Unfortunately, many people believe the sales pitch. Local 12 troubleshooter Howard Ain tells us in this consumer alert the entire thing was an elaborate scam.
The pitch was simple. You can make a fortune buying undervalued gems. Unfortunately, the 100 people who invested in this soon learned they were the victim of a con man.
We decided to buy one and see what happened.
Millie Duke bought one gem after receiving a call about investing in precious stones.
They were very high pressure. She would call every week or two trying to get us to go higher and higher and trade one in for another that was much more expensive.
Millie and her husband thought it was risk-proof because the company told investors they could sell the stone back to them for almost triple the original amount.
So people were led to believe that not only were they buying something that was undervalued to begin with, but that it was going to appreciate, very quickly.
Millie bought one emerald for almost $5,000 and was told it would be worth $25,000 in just a few months.
They were generally, worthless. An item that was purportedly worth $5,800 at the time of purchase was found to be worthless and was considered by the laboratory in New York to be essentially a green rock.
Investors were warned not to break the seal on the packaging of the stones, and that if they did, the buyback offer would be null and void.
Victims were really afraid to open these containers and have these items checked for themselves for fear that they wouldn't be able to sell them through the company at a later date.
And of course, without opening the box, they had no way to assess the value of the stones they had just purchased. When Millie decided to cash out, she called the company, but no one answered.
If they had taken us for that amount, they had more than likely taken others for probably more.
In fact, more than 100 victims invested a total of $4 million. Millie went online and found several complaints on scamvictimsunited.com. She also learned some of those victims lost a lot of money.
Many people had given their life savings. They had been out house losing money, retirement money, $15,000 and more.
Postal inspectors have some simple advice for consumers. Never purchase expensive items like gems over the phone without being able to look them over.
Once someone tells you that you can't really examine something that you're buying, you have to run the other way. That's a fraud.
The suspect in this case was arrested, and listen to this. He repaid victims most of their money. That's something that rarely happens. Howard Ain, Local 12 troubleshooter.